So unfortunately we did lose 3 birds to the heat, and we've had to step up the watering schedule to make sure they're getting enough water because it's been really hot around here. And we've got a fan in there that I'll show you now, but we're watering 3 times a day now. Yeah, the day we lost those birds, it was 40 degrees Celsius with the Humidex, and it's just nothing you can do. We had a fan, and the fan is still in and is on all the time now, and just one of those things when you're raising birds that get that big that fast. They aren't the healthiest creatures, so they don't take very kindly to super hot days. You can always tell if a bird is too hot when they're doing what most of them are doing right now, which is having their mouth open and they seem to be panting. So that's a good sign that they're getting toasty. It's not too hot today, but it's very humid, and they're looking forward to getting out and getting some fresh water. So there's the coop. And this is the area where the feeders are a lot of the time, and you can see those raccoons have been in here digging again, over here and over there, but luckily we do have the coop buried in quite a ways, so we don't seem to be adventurous enough to try to get inside, which is good. Alright, thumbs up. One. Yeah, you can see at this point that there's almost as much competition for water as there is for feed, so we're going to have to introduce another waterer. But yeah, other than the 3 birds we lost on the super hot day, things have been good. Raccoons have been around, but none of them have gotten in. Same old, same old. The feed are up to like brimming the 5-gallon bucket twice a day, which fills those 2 lengths of gutter there. And sometimes there's a little bit of feed left at the end of the day, but most of the time it's gone. But they're not like starving, which is good. They're not exhibiting any of the behavior of starving anyway. Yeah, so they're kind of muddy. You'll notice they've been out. It's been a fair bit of rain this week, so they've been out and water's been splashing up on the ground and they've been getting dirty. But they're doing good. Still quite a few around who can fly a little bit, which is nice to see. And yeah, we're getting tight. So this is week 7. Only another week and a little bit, like a week and 3 days. And then the butcher comes, and then we'll do a final like cost analysis update video. I did call the feed store, and the manager's away for the next couple of weeks, but when he gets back he can do a printout of basically the entire year of what we've bought for feed, because we kept receipts, but who knows, there may be one missing, so that will give us a good idea of our total feed weight and total feed cost. But yeah, it's been hot, like really hot here the past week. This is kind of what we were afraid of. They pushed the pickup date for these birds quite a few times, three times I think. So my goal was to have birds, earlier on in the year and avoid this super hot period, because the one thing you don't want is these really big heavy birds when it's super hot outside, because you're just guaranteed to lose some. But they've all been pretty friendly. Nobody's pecking at each other. A little bit of pushing to get to the water right now, but yeah, we'll definitely have to bring in another water. Yeah, so I think the 3 birds we lost were about the size of the birds that we butchered at 8 weeks last year. So we're definitely on track to have bigger birds than last year. Last year's birds averaged around 3.5 pounds, I think. So we're hoping to be more like 4.5 this year. We'll see how that goes. So we'll do one more update video, which will probably include the butchering and probably give you an idea of total butchered weight and average butchered weight there. And then we'll do another video after that will be a cost analysis with feed, and we'll look at feed conversion ratio and all the fun stuff. Tells you how economical you are at farming. But it is nice to have them still getting outside. Almost all of them spend pretty much their whole day outside, which is nice to see. We have had meat birds in the past that kind of just laid and didn't really do anything all day, but by moving the feed and water outside, they kind of live outdoors. Lots of them like to hang out under the rose bush and dig around and try to get stuff that way. You'll notice, well, you might not be able to see right now because there's birds everywhere, but the ground where they are is pretty much bare. They'll scratch and eat and go after bugs. Pretty happy, healthy chickens for how healthy Meat Kings ever really are. Yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time. Bye. Somebody's trying to eat my raspberries. And the two of you shouldn't even be outside. What are you doing? Sneaky devils.